Okay, this week we are going to solve quadratic equations, okay? A quadratic equations, if you can remember, has an x squared. So, okay, the way we solve quadratic equations is using a variety of methods, okay? We're going to learn all the different methods this week. The first thing you need to know about quadratic equations is that it has that it has a standard form. Okay, the standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. It has to equal to 0, okay? Okay, so it says identify a, b, c, and c for the following quadratic equation. Okay, remember a is the coefficient in front of the x squared. So this right here is a, okay? This is b, okay? B is always with the x. And c is the constant, okay? So here, problem with the touch screen. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to 8, and c is equal to 5. Okay, number 2. All right, let's see you identify it. Okay, so if you did it correctly, a is equal to 1, b is equal to -5, and c is equal to 6. All right, the last one. It looks a little tricky here, okay? But you see there's no b term, right? So a is going to equal to 1. B is equal to 0 because there's no x. And c is equal to -25. Okay, so the first thing you really need to understand is what the ABC is. Now, okay, there are 5 different methods of solving a quadratic equation, okay? The first method is by factoring. Okay, this I will show you tomorrow. The second way is by square root. This is the process you're going to learn today. Okay, then you're going to learn completing the square. And then the quadratic formula. And then finally, by graphing. Okay, I'll show you by graphing throughout the whole process, but these are the 5 different ways, okay? We're going to start out with square root first. Okay, the one thing that you need to understand about solving quadratics using the square root method, b has to equal to 0, meaning no term with x. Okay, so when you solve this, okay, it is almost like solving a linear equation, okay? The first step is step 1, you isolate the x. Square. Okay? So, just like the other one, plus 4, plus 4. Okay, this cancel. X squared is equal to 16. Now, alright, Now that once you isolate the x squared, okay, you want to find the square root, okay, because the opposite of square is square root. So what happens is this cancel out. You get x is equal to the square root of 16 is 4. But because 4 times 4 is equal to 16, that's why it's 4. But if you remember, negative 4 times negative 4 is also equal to 16. So we have two different answers here. We have plus 4 and negative 4. Okay, so we have two answers. So our answer is x is equal to 4 or negative 4. Okay, so the first step is isolate the x squared. Second step, find the square root. Okay, let's try this next one. Negative 4, negative 4. Okay, so now I have x squared is equal to 98. Then divide by 2. Oops. 2x squared is equal to 98. Divide by 2. Cancel. X squared is equal to 49. Take the square root. Take the square root. So x is equal to plus negative 7. Remember, two answers, okay? So our answer here is x is equal to 7 or negative 7. Okay. What you're going to do now is try some on your own. All right, next problem. X squared plus 16 minus 16. Minus 16. Cancel. X squared is equal to negative 4. You take the square root. Take the square root. Okay. A lot of you want to say the square root of negative 4 is negative 2, but watch what happens. Control. Okay, I'm going to take the square root of negative 4. Enter. You see it says no real calculation. Okay, so our answer is going to be no real solution. Because you cannot take square root of a negative number. Okay, so whenever you get a negative there, the answer is going to be no real solution. Okay, try this next one on your own. Okay, so 116. This gives me 124. 3x squared equals 124. You divide by 3. Is cancelled. X squared is equal to 124 divided by 3. Enter. Control enter. 41.3. Okay. 41.33. So I'm going to take the square root. I don't know what that is in my head, so I'm going to go 41. Oops. Delete. Square root 41 point. 6.42. Remember, even though our set calculator says 6.2 is always a plus and a minus, so 6.42. So our answer is x is equal to 6.42 or negative 6.42. Okay. Alright, now you have the ones with parentheses, okay? The step is actually a little bit different, okay? The first thing we need to do is isolate the parentheses. Square, okay? So right here, the 7's on the outside, so I divide by 7. Okay, so I have x minus 3 squared is equal to 9. Okay, here's because the square is with the whole thing. What I want to do now is square root. Square root. This cancel. I have x minus 3 is equal to plus or negative. Okay, the square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so this is where now I split it into two different problems. X minus 3 is equal to positive 3. X minus 3 is equal to negative 3. Okay, split problem, then solve. So plus 3, cancel, x is equal to 6, plus 3, x is equal to negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So our answer is x equals 6 or 0. Alright, last one. Okay, first thing, plus 81. Cancel. 4 w plus 3 squared is equal to 81. Next thing, divide by 4. W plus 3 square is equal to 81 divided by 4 is 20.25. Okay, next thing I do is take the square root. Since I isolate the parentheses already, w plus 3 is equal to 20.25, I think is 4.5, plus or minus. Okay, remember now I split. W plus 3 is equal to 4.5. W plus 3 is equal to negative 4.5. Okay, minus 3, cancel. W equals 1.5, minus 3, W is equal to negative 7.5. So that's how you solve square root.